President Obama now claims his new jobs bill will be more successful than his last jobs bill. Let's not set that bar too high.
Our next guest is properly worried about free enterprise and the state of free market capitalism, which, as you know, folks, is the credo of this show. He wants business to speak out and fight the good battle. So, here now for a Kudlow Report exclusive is Bernie Marcus, co-founder of the Home Depot, co-founder of the new Job Creators Alliance. Bernie, it's been too long. Thank you for coming back on the show.
Happy to be with you.
All right, so in your judgment, what is the state of free enterprise and free market capitalism?
We're in really bad shape, and you know, I keep listening to the demagoguery that's coming out of Washington. It's very depressing to me. I see what's happening to free enterprise, and it's going down a drain. Every businessman I've talked to, and I'm talking to businessmen across the board, they all say the same thing. They're not investing. They're not interested in investing. They're concerned about the future. Jobs are not going to be created by rhetoric out of Washington. We have to stop politicking and start doing something about it.
I got involved with Job Creators Alliance because I really felt, as you got into the dialogue, there weren't reasonable people there.
Yeah.
The issue quickly turned into sort of either blame or political, and there was no grounds to have a sort of reasonable discussion.
No question, the regulations reducing employment in the United States. Anybody running a business knows that.
So, but all we're doing is treading water with where we are. But I think there are a lot of trends going on, and I think the private sector is innovating and creating and generating more jobs. They generated all the jobs that we see there. The government lost a few jobs, and I'm positive on what small business and business America is doing. Not positive about what government's doing.
You know, what bothers me is that the people in Washington think that they create jobs, as you point out. Well, they do create some jobs. They're creating $300 million worth of jobs in the new Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which I don't think is doing much for productivity in America.
Well, we formed the organization to represent small business. And small business itself creates majority of the jobs, employs majority of the people. And one of the problems that we see in this country today is that small business has absolutely no voice. And because they have no voice, it's easy to attack business people. It's easy to attack business.
If you're going to create a job, you got to get customers you believe you can serve better than somebody else can. But you've also got to interest investors. We won't actually get the economy rolling again until we get people actually hiring. And I think I'd like to see our country focused as much as it can on creating a highway for job creators that makes sense for people to invest and take the risk that it takes and the optimism, put the optimism back in the market that it takes to actually create some jobs.
And the media doesn't get it.
I think a lot of the media has never seen that experience as sort of the development of a business the way some of us have.
I think most people in the media feel there's this pie, and if you rich guys take a big chunk, there's less for the rest of us. They don't get that you bake new pies.
We live better than anybody else in the world does, but we presume that just happened.
It didn't just happen. Prosperity was created by businesses.
We should be rewarded for the productivity and creativity.
Acting in your own interest sometimes can build a more moral environment.
The government keeps trying to find a way of creating jobs and manufacturing jobs. And in fact, we'd be far better served if the government simply got out of the way.
We've got to fundamentally get at the core engine of our economy and get people back to creating services for customers that customers need and will pay for. That's what grows our economy. And that ultimately will help us handle the budget deficit.
Okay, Job Creators Alliance is a creation of people like myself who are concerned about the free enterprise system. Every businessman out there, I'm telling you, you must join it. Right now, as a businessman, if you're not represented in Washington, you have no one speaking for you. You need JobCreatorsAlliance.org. You need somebody that talks for you. The economists out there are not talking for you, and they're not representing you. We're going to go out there and talk about how difficult it is to run a business, what the restrictions are, what the regulations are, how the tax affects you, what Obamacare is going to do to you, all of the things that happen to you every day in your life, and you got to start fighting back somewhere. And I'm telling you, go online, look at this thing, see the people involved, and join us.